everyone, this is Julia. Welcome to my channel, and this is a general update for you. This is my van. Look at these people. Don't they look so happy? Sitting there in the jungle, catching some turtles. Day's work. I just keep that there for inspiration. By the way, welcome to all the new people here on my channel. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you found me through Bob Wells, and I'm glad that you've been enjoying my current videos. You have reached me at a time that I'm in a little bit of a flux with my channel. I recently changed my name to Uncivilized, and if you're wondering what that's all about, basically, I live in a van that's pretty uncivilized, but a lot of the things about me and my worldview are uncivilized, and I truly believe that we need to become more uncivilized to move forward. So I just wanted to thank all the new people coming to my channel, and I want to thank all the old people for being here and sticking with me. Again, I'm in a period of flux where I'm also having newly edited videos that I've never had before. So if you look at my old videos, what you're going to see are unedited videos, no music or anything. And those videos will help you learn more about my journey. But they can be a little bit painful at times. So what you can expect moving forward are the type of videos you've been seeing lately. Now, another new thing, pretty recent for me, is my Patreon. So I have a Patreon site, Patreon Uncivilized, and that's where you can find a lot more additional content like this. It's just a place for expanded content where I express myself more deeply, more van life stuff, and my hardcore self-help series where I talk about codependency and narcissism. This is the story, real quick, of the date I just had. So, And now a word from our sponsor. Just kidding. Let me just take this opportunity to thank my patrons. Thank you guys for joining Patreon Uncivilized. I really appreciate it. The fact that you would choose to support me there at whatever level is amazing. You're helping me in so many ways, in particular being able to express myself more fully. And I hope you're enjoying all of the content over there. So I just wanted to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for joining Paige, Christine, Jessie, Vivian, Dizzy Dahlia, Lisa, Valerie, Ro, Darlene, Chuck, Alexander von Humboldt. Oh, Alexander von Humboldt's not a member. I wish he was, but yeah. I'm a dud. Julie, love your name, by the way. Tiny, thank you. Deborah and Patricia, all of you guys, thanks for joining. Really super appreciate you. And I encourage anybody else to join who wants to see more fun content and help this girl get the school bus that's going to allow me to sew on a regular basis, that's going to allow me to have a regular income, that's going to allow me to save for the future and not be a total loser. So thanks for that. All right. Love you guys so much. Thanks. Now, what's going on with us? What have we been up to lately? What's going on with the big plan of getting a bus? Well, the way that I'm going to get a school bus is by renting a place for long enough, or a series of places where I can sew enough to start bringing in some more income so I can start putting that away towards my school bus. As you know, I'm a seamstress who doesn't sew in this van. And so what I do is rent temporary places. Now, I haven't sewn in like 6 months. So my store on Etsy.com is called California Patchwork, but you'll find a minimal selection there right now because I haven't sewn in a while. And what I need now is like a place for an entire month or two because I'm so far behind. What I also want to do in this next round of sewing, in addition to bringing you an sewing crafting video, which I haven't brought you in a while. I want to show you the projects that I'm going to be working on. I want to show you some of the sewing process. I want to show you the space that we rent, what it ends up being, and what it's like doing that. In addition to that, I want to be able to do one of my tutorials there, which is where I'm going to be filming a series of videos which I can sell in my Etsy store as a sewing tutorial on how to make hippie patchwork pants. That's the first one I'm going to do. Then I'm also going to be offering that to my Patreon to my patrons that are subscribed at the level where the sewing tutorials are included. So that's for that too. So I really want a space that's longer than like a motel room for 4 or 5 nights. So we've been looking out for places, and one of the places that we did not get, unfortunately, was this horse farm. It was adorable. You took this beautiful road into this country setting, and then you ended up on this horse farm, and the rental space was in a barn, and it was a shared space, this giant barn with one guy on the other side, this really cool guy that takes care of that raises chickens, and just a really cool, like, eccentric guy, the kind of guy you'd find in Humboldt County. I mean, we're all like eccentric up here. And then my side would be, and it's all fully contained and everything, plenty of light and everything. I'd have this giant side for myself. But what won out, and the reason I didn't get the place is because another guy offered to commit for 6 months, which I wasn't willing to do. I just threw in my bid for 2 months. And I felt like that was the maximum I could really do in my lifestyle to be able to commit. And I lost out on that. So that's okay. So I also lost out on 3 different office artist spaces. One was a beautiful, like, vintage woodwork Victorian in downtown Arcata. And that one was actually like $3.95 a month. So that was kind of expensive. The second one was a set of 2 rooms that you would get. One was like this big, beautiful open room with an Afghan rug and windows overlooking the plaza in Arcata. And I could set up my sewing table there. And then the second room was just a big, fluffy couch with pillows all around and linens and just a beautiful setting, which would have been perfect for my sewing tutorials. But I didn't get that place. And that one was like $3.15 a month. Now, the one I called about yesterday was actually in a space. There were 2 spaces to rent with 2 other seamstresses. I mean, they had their own spaces, but the space I'd be renting would be with other people who sew. And I thought, oh my God, this is perfect. And I called as soon as I could, and it had already been rented out, unfortunately. So, but I did talk with the lady. She said, stop on by anyway, and maybe we can find another space for you. And I'll definitely keep your name and number in case one of the spaces opens up. So that's what happened with that. We've also been looking at short-term, like room rentals or like, you know, just anything we can find that would be a short-term place to sew. And we haven't come up with anything. So what I'll probably end up doing for renting for sewing is a Motel 6, which has now opened up to non-essential workers, $65 a night. Around Christmas, when I booked it before but couldn't get in because I wasn't an essential worker, it was like $50 a night. So now it's $65. So I found this other place I'm considering instead, which is a series of these cute little cabins on this site, like an RV site, but they have like this row of cabins. So it's your own self-contained unit. It has a cute little door and a window and like a rocking bench outside, and then a cute little front deck, and then a grassy area to the side with a picnic table and a fire pit. And these cute little cabins would be so fun to stay in, but it'd be a great place to do the tutorial as well because the interior is like a log cabin. It's a really beautiful space. The other aspect about it that would be great for renting there instead would be for Bambi, because we have our own lawn right there. The motel, I would need to get into the van and drive to a place to walk her. That's nice because it's just a city there with a road and everything and cement. So the little cabin at the little RV place would give us a chance to, and be a lot safer, and have our van be a lot safer too. But just to be able to let Bambi out on a regular basis without having to really stop my workflow. So we're considering doing these cute little cabins, and I wish I had a clip for you. And those are $75 a night. So there you have it. So that's what we've been up to lately. I've been trying to crochet hats for my crochet hat store. My hat store on Etsy, which is Good Vibe Hats, so go check that out. But I haven't gotten to that much, honestly, in van life. And I don't know if I've said this enough or other people have said it enough, but you spend so much time maintaining stuff, emptying piddle pails, gathering water, you know, wiping down mold off the window, cleaning it out, taking care of the dog, you know, filling up gas more often, finding parking, you know, cooking for yourself all the time. all of that just takes so much time. I really haven't gotten to the amount of hats that I've been wanting to make lately. I really need to scale back or stop my crocheting. And the reason is because I've been crocheting for 30 years and my hands are really tired and arthritic. And also, as far as a creative process, I've been doing the same thing for so long that I just feel like I want to do something new. I need to do something different. So one of the things I got just for fun was this set of looms. And you might think of this as cheating, and I always thought, that's cheating. That's not real weaving or knitting or crocheting. But anyway, I want to try these because these great things will allow me to just make tubes. So I'll be able to make neck things, hopefully leg warmers and arm warmers. And then I can also make hats by bringing them in at the top. And it's just going to be something different for me to do, to be able to maintain my hat store and be able to maintain making something in the van without electricity, because I have a Jackery 500, but though I haven't tried my sewing machine on it yet, I can't necessarily sew in the van without an iron and without an area that's not going to get furry. I've talked about this before. Oh, another big thing is I was able to trim my hair recently, and you can see I either messed it up or I have scars there, but so I bought a new trimmer, and it really, here, let me show you right here. Hello everyone, I'm standing out here in a parking lot next to my van, and as you can see, my hair has gotten a little long. I have bought a new clipper which has a guard, and I'm gonna shave it right here in this video. I have my Jackery here, which is what this is plugged into, so let's do this thing. I should get a tattoo right here of a van. Plan B, we cut it first, then we trim it. When I was in high school and I was a little punk rocker before I found the Grateful Dead, I had half of my hair shaved and half long. And it kind of went at an angle at the back. It was pretty cool. So as you can see in that clip, I was able to cut my hair and it feels so much better. And now I have those clippers that I can keep myself trimmed up on a more regular basis. Oh, another thing I did was I mended my glasses. These are prescription sunglasses, so I need them to drive and I need my eyes to be shaded from the blazing hot sun that is Humboldt County right now. Actually, that's what it looks like outside. It's pretty sunny, nice little breeze. Actually, it's spring here. All of this footage is from mid to late February. So a little unexpected, but spring and fall are the best times in Humboldt County. So another thing going on with us right now is that the van has a little bit of an oil leak, and my transmission lines leak a little bit. And I knew that before I left San Diego, but I've just been watching it and I have had to add a little bit of transmission fluid. I'm gonna need to bring the van in for that. And checking my fluids is something I do regularly. And one of the things, one of the videos I wanna do coming up for you, especially you lady van dwellers out there, is a video about mechanics, the mechanics of having a van life and making sure that us women have some basic knowledge, just really basic stuff, sort of about the combustion engine and sort of about different parts you should know about, basic parts that you can see visually. I want to show you how to check your fluids, and I want to show you just a few tricks of what you should be doing to keep a regular check and maintenance on your vehicle. Having a basic knowledge about the van is really going to help you moving forward. I mean, it's the smartest thing you could do if you're gonna live in a van, to know some basics about it. And so I wanna bring you a video about that for women. I'm so excited about it. Hey, I forgot to mention, it's the next day, it's raining. My birthday is in March, so it's my birthday month, and so that's coming up. It's something I've been thinking about. Obviously I'm not gonna have a big party or something, but I'm turning 51. So 50 last year was kind of the big one, and there's a video about that. Basically, 51 is kind of similar to 50. Yeah, I'm a little more tired. Yeah, I have a few more gray hairs. But in a big way, my life's coming together better than it ever has. And, you know, through all this time, you know, what you do is you grow and you learn and you adapt and you get better. hopefully you get better. And that's what I feel is going on in my life. That's what I'm grateful for sure. One more thing I forgot to tell you. I put a sticker on my van and named it Grateful. So everything is going fine with us, and again, that's our general update. I just want to thank you so much for coming to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, more than half of the people that are watching my videos are not subscribed to my channel, so I'd really appreciate if you did that. Thank you for watching my videos. I enjoy having you here. I so enjoy your comments. You guys are so smart and so expressive, by the way. I really enjoy the interaction. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.